I'm Lee.
And I'm Nick.
And we are the Lodge Guys. Last year, we travelled Europe in our self-converted campervan Taylor.
Join us on the latest series by clicking the subscribe button below as we head to Spain for more van adventures and escape the UK winter.
Welcome to a new vlog. We thought we'd finish, started just after the last one was finished. So if you saw the last vlog, we had a leak in the shower. Not really a leak. It wasn't really a leak. It was just a back flush of water.
Backflow from the grey water tank.
Because for the first time since we had the van, we didn't empty the grey water in time. It's taught us a lesson to do it more often.
Short showers
and
empty daily.
We are just opening these carrier bags.
Which we're going to have to coat the mattress in before we make the bed tonight.
Yeah, although we are going to leave it in front of the heater for an hour.
And the heating here is already on.
I don't care, I'm quite a bit cold
22.5, it's going to go up to 30. Oh, wait a minute, I need to put it on boost.
30, friggin' hell. So these are just things that happen from time to time in van life, so we like to show you
The camera will be back on in about a minute or two when Lee's sat there, probably naked, sweating his ass off.
I was just about to get into bed and all.
And he opened the shower door and he was like, it's full of water. And it was full up to the any more in there and it would have come over the rim and flooded the inside of the van.
Right, it's heating up and we're taking the cover off so we can get it drying better. The cover's drying on this heater here.
This side's dry, but this side is like a pair of soggy knickers.
It's gone up to 24 degrees now, so quite cosy actually.
It's set to 30.
And we've also got the fan on just to give us a little bit of air. The joys of van life. Right, about an hour and a half after we're just about to go to bed. It's all dry. It's all back on.
It's not fully dry, but
90% dry.
Got plastic bags on it, but we'll need to leave it out tomorrow with the heating up. Yeah. I'm going to turn this down now because I'm sweating my tits off.
And we'll see you in the morning. Welcome to the next day. Thankfully a dry night's sleep.
Why, you didn't wet the bed?
No, we are just drying it a little bit more. It is 99% dry.
Slightly damp.
Yeah.
Because the plastic bags would have been holding in a bit of the moisture.
Yeah. So Nicky's making a breakfast that we first had at Dunes de Plat.
Which we've even said, if we go back up that way.
Yeah, on way back up, just for that breakfast. It was so good.
Absolutely the best. It was the best breakfast I have ever had. Just the way that they made it, there were like nuts and honey and
I'm so annoyed. For one day out of my life, I wasn't hungry that morning, so I didn't have it.
It's very unusual.
I know, but it looked amazing.
Whipped this.
Whipped protein yogurt.
It's better than that quark that's too heavy.
Yeah, so it's basically Greek yogurt, lots of fruit, lots of granola, lots of honey, but
it's just how they did it.
It was how they did it that day, wasn't it? It was amazing.
It just tasted amazing. This is not granola, it's muesli, but it tastes like apple crumble, like the topping of apple crumble. So if we see this again while we're in Spain, in fact, did we get that in Spain? Yeah, we did. We got it in La Marina, didn't we? Yeah. If we get that in Spain again, I'm going to buy 3 or 4 bags and take that on because you could make an apple crumble and use that as a top easily.
Right, where are we off today?
We're off through a lighthouse first of all, and then we're going to follow the coast road down. But before we do that, on the way we need to give the car a good blast to try and clear this filter problem,
which we had the other day in the other vlog.
Yep. So go back and check that out if you've not what that's about. It was for 2 minutes we cleared it, and the DPF filter does need to be sorted when we get back. We knew we've kind of got issues, but we'll have to see how today goes on.
So we've got no real destination in mind today, have we? We're just going to check out a few different places.
We're going to go to the lighthouse. We're going to go to some salt fields, pink salt fields, which I've seen. And then we are going to go...
Like the one on Star Wars?
Follow the coast road down. Yeah, pretty much like that, yeah.
Alright, come on. Right, off we go. 1 hour 52 to our first destination.
And then we're going to try the coast road down to Almira. I presume that's pronounced correctly.
Just about to go through this huge mountain into this tiny tunnel.
It's amazing how they just dig through tunnels.
Yeah. Wonder how long it's going to be. 1,820 metres.
So that's pretty far then. That's like a mile and a half. Just over a mile and a half.
have a toll, so we went through the ticket earlier. Not many in Spain, to be fair, but
far more than what we were led to believe.
Got to pay a person this time. That's weird.
Pay per person?
There's a person there.
All right, I thought it's a paper person.
No, don't usually get a person to pay. That was €7.70, so it's not been too bad, has it, in Spain?
It's cheaper than France.
Yeah, definitely.
Cheaper.
And in France, if you've watched our previous vlogs, or if you've ever been, you'll know that like all the time in France, in Spain, it's just like, oh, a toll.
I think we've had 3 tolls in the whole of Spain.
Yeah, it's not.
I think in France, getting down here in the 2 to 3 days it took us to get down here, we spent about €120 on tolls.
Yeah.
And they're very expensive in France as well.
Right, so on us way to this lighthouse, the DPF filter light came on again.
3 kilometers. Take
it went off. We stopped for 5 minutes.
We've stopped for 5 minutes just to find a garage that could maybe look at it. And then when we turned the engine back on, it's gone again. But we programmed it into 20 minutes away to a garage that apparently does DPF filters and stuff like that.
Well, cleaning.
Cleaning, yeah. So we're just going to go there and just see if they can have a look at it. They might not have time or anything like that, but as we're passing, so we might as well, even though the light's gone off.
Well, the lighthouse is actually that way now.
Yeah, so we thought we'd just go and check it out. Right, we think we've found where we're supposed to be. Nick's just gone into that door down there just to ask them. Hopefully they can speak some English. If not, Google Translate will come into play. So I'm just staying in the van in case I need to move it because it's quite a tight street. So at the moment, from what I can gather, they might be able to clean it, but they have to keep it for like a day. So we would Nick's talking on Google Translate saying, yeah, but we live in the van, so what, do you have to keep the van on, what have you? And there's possibilities that we might have to stay in a hotel if that is the case, but they're still looking at it now, they're still under the bonnet. What's your thoughts about this place?
Not liking it.
Just
not liking any of it. It's hard to translate, and they're not a garage, they just recondition the units.
Yeah.
There's a garage next door who could take the filter off, but we've nowhere to stay.
But I have had a quick look, there is quite a lot of hotels in the local area.
Right, so
there's a hostel very close by.
I'm not staying in a hostel.
Don't feel right, don't feel surreal. We're packing up
in an industrial estate, going to a hotel.
Packing up for a few days to take clothes with us and stuff.
Maybe 72 hours.
Yeah.
That's what happens, isn't it?
Goodbye, Taylor. Didn't think this would be happening today. When you're travelling in your camper van, it always feels safe because your home's there with you. And now our home's going away for a few days, and we've just got a few bags of clothes and things, and there's toiletries and what have you. And we've got to go and walk and find a hotel, and hopefully they're not all going to be full.
Feel sad.
Homeless.
Just turned out.
I was just saying, it always feels safe and when you've got your home with you, but now we haven't.
Well,
so
I've got him on WhatsApp now.
Right, okay.
It's called Sergey.
So we're off to that local hostel.
No, we're not. Well, we might as well go into Almera, aren't we, and stay on the beachfront. I presume you've been finding there's a hotel.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now.
I've got absolutely, I'm like a bag lady at the moment with all the stuff I've got.
Right,
there's a cafe there. Should we go and have a coffee and find somewhere?
Yeah, we've got to come back on Wednesday afternoon.
Which is 2 days time.
Around lunchtime. So we'll do 2 days in the hotel and then we'll come back.
Right, we've just had a drink and we've just found somewhere on Airbnb to book for a couple of nights. Nick's just sorting it out now. And
since we're in Almenia, we're not even going to visit here.
Almeria.
We've got an Airbnb and we're going to be on the seafront, so.
Literally homeless right now, although we have a booking. So we just stopped at that cafe, had a couple of bits of tapas, and we went on Airbnb and found a really nice apartment down at the beachfront with a sea view in Almera, and it was only, how much was it a night?
£59 a night.
£59 a night.
We're there for 2 nights. We're coming back on Wednesday to pick the van up.
It's about an hour's drive on a bus, so Nick's just trying to find a bus stop to get on.
Well, we could walk. It's probably just as quick to walk.
Yeah, just realised I've forgotten all my medication in the van. So I've nipped back across, but they've locked up until 4 o'clock. It's only 2 o'clock.
Siesta, innit?
Oh, siesta, so it's fine. It'll be fine. I took the medication yesterday, so...
Right, it's 4 miles
I'll be
to
fine.
the Airbnb.
How many?
4 miles.
Well, that's not too bad. So, surprisingly, I feel alright. I don't feel like...
Intimidated?
No, I don't feel like lost or out like that.
Well, you're freaking out.
And I'm also saying to Nick...
we could have probably winged it and got back to the UK. but we could have done more damage, so we didn't want to do that.
Yeah, we didn't want to damage the van. I said to Nick, we'll end up in this beachfront apartment. We want to come back to Port Taylor. So right, we'll just get on this bus and get on his way. Got a taxi. Right, we've made it by taxi to the front. So we're on the front.
It's a very difficult taxi journey. She didn't put it in a sat nav and she kept asking me in Spanish on the way what the address was, and I'd given her it 3 times. We stood in a bike lane.
But we got here.
And
we're in one of these seafront apartments, but we've got to wait for the host to come and meet us. She's currently gone to pick her kids up from school or something. So obviously today the sun's not out, so it doesn't look great, but if the sun's out, I imagine it looks quite nice here. Right, making our way down to the apartment. Look at these sand sculptures. They're very impressive. So it's down here. At least we've got hopefully a choice of restaurants to eat tonight and cafes and things.
Out of season though, they'll all be short.
Oh, there's an Indian there. Tapas. Right, we are in our apartment, and never thought I'd be saying that this morning when we woke up and set off in Taylor. So not a bad view. Just wish the sun had come out. Hopefully it'll be out tomorrow. So that's the front. The lady owner did say most things are closed on a Monday, which is typical, but she says we will find something. The main city is down there, but not a bad view, and we'll show you around this little apartment. So obviously this is the balcony, the living room, with the all-important bottle of wine.
She said she knew we were British and we liked wine, so she bought that for us.
And she said this is the kitchen, obviously. Coffee, and she says there's a kettle somewhere because she gets British people.
This is a bit random.
Yeah, it's just like the dryer, isn't it?
No,
or something. Wardrobes here and cupboards. The bathroom at the end. That'll be nice to have a shower tomorrow, not worry about water or anything like that.
I might get used to this. So we're feeling a little bit out of sorts at the minute because
I'm not, to be fair. I'm loving it. A bit of an adventure.
Because I'm having to bloody sort it all out.
And the bedroom is the final room with a nice big bed, thank God.
That's bigger than the van bed.
You can have sofa in there tonight.
Yeah, lost.
And nice sea view for the bedroom too.
So we're just going to chill out for a few hours now, and then we're going to head down into the town, because she said that even though it's Monday, bars and restaurants will be open down there. We were planning on having chicken salad, but we had to get out of the van really fast when it was locked away.
So Nick's going to sit down on the sofa and just really update you as to what exactly has been happening today.
Right, so I'll take you back to the day that we were in Luxembourg. On the way to Luxembourg or on the way back? Last year, we just left Europa Park and we were on our way to Luxembourg, and we pulled into a garage and we got diesel, and when we got back in the van, we turned the ignition and we got a message. A service light came on, and I looked with my Timu reader, and it basically says that the exhaust pressure was out of range. So I took a screenshot of it, cleared it, and it didn't occur again at all. And we spoke to our friend Tim, who's a mechanic, and he said it sounds like it's the DPF, the diesel particulate filter, starting to get clogged up, but it never occurred again, so we put it to the back of our mind. And then when we went to Florida, we came back, this is in September, and we haven't started the van for months, and we started it and the light came on again. This time it said high pressure, and these lights have only happened 3 times. It happened once in Barcelona on this trip as well. When we start the car or we stall it, that's when it occurs. So each time we've just took screenshots and we've just cleared it, thinking it's just either a sensor fault, something like that. So anyway, the day before yesterday, when we arrived at the last campsite that we've just been to, we were driving down the motorway and the DPF light came on, which basically, if anybody that's not a mechanic, a DPF filter, a diesel particulate filter, is like a metal mesh that captures all the soot particles and all the crap that gets pushed through the engine, and it filters it out so it doesn't go out the exhaust. I don't know where it goes when it does collect it, but eventually and what tends to happen is when you get your revs to a certain height on your van, this has only happened to diesel engines, by the way, it basically burns it off and blows it out into the environment as just particles of crap that just land on the road, like carbon particles. Sometimes if you've got dirty fuel in it, like supermarket fuel or cheap oil, it can soot up your filter. And when we arrived at the campsite, that light came on. So we cleared it. So this morning we ran it at 3000 RPM for 40 minutes, hoping it'd burn any crap off inside the DPF filter. And all was good. We'd been driving for about an hour and a half, and then the light came on again. Now it's only the second time that this DPF light has come on, so we figured we can't just continue at the furthest point away from the lodge and drive all the way back, knowing that if this thing gets sooted up, the pressure inside the exhaust will build to a point that it'll either blow the exhaust off or blow back into the engine. So last night when we were laid in the van, I'd already done a bit of prep work just in case the light came back on again, and I'd found a garage that specialises in cleaning DPF filters in Almere, where we are now, which I probably know is completely incorrect. So we drove there, and when we got there, I walked through the door, there was no sign or anything, it was just like a junkyard with loads of exhaust parts all over the floor, and I'm thinking, am I in the right place? The guy didn't speak a word of English, and we were at the point where we were like, ooh, this seems a bit iffy. But we got to know the guy through Google Translate, which was absolutely bloody brilliant. Without that, what the hell we would have done, I've no idea. Anyway, he took a pipe off, which I'll put a picture on the screen now, and he plugged his sensor in it, and he said he's got high pressure in the system, which is consistent with the messages we were getting in Luxembourg and at the lodge. So he basically says that the sensor that he plugged it into was actually not the original sensor. It should have been a Bosch sensor, and it had already been changed in the past. So it seems like the previous owners had these problems previously. So he says what they're going to do is they're going to replace the sensor with an original Bosch one, and they're going to take the DPF filter off and get it sliced open and get all the crap out of it and clean it with like compressed air and chemicals and things like that, put it back together and put it back on the van. And he says to do that it'll take 48 hours. Well, the first guy said 48 to 72 hours. So we were like, well shit, what are we going to do, because we're living in the van. So this garage isn't a garage, it's just the people that fix the filters. So I'm like, well, he says, well, can you just bring the filter in? And I'm like, yeah, but we're living in this van, so can you not store the van and we'll go into a hotel? Luckily, next door to him, there was actually a garage, and he's agreed to keep the van in the garage. These two people must do work together all the time. So we parked Taylor in the garage, give him the keys, and I got him on WhatsApp, chat to him on WhatsApp just so we can kind of keep in touch. And I basically said to him, we'll come back on Wednesday, it's Monday now. So we booked an Airbnb and literally walked about 40 minutes and thought, bugger, this is too far, and got into a taxi, which was a nightmare in itself because she couldn't speak a word of English anyway, and she wasn't listening to the place where I told her I wanted to go. But besides that, we're here. So we're here for 2 days. We had got Almere on our list of places to visit, but it has a clean air zone and we didn't want to take the van in. So we've come in now just into this Airbnb, so we'll explore that over the next sort of 2 days, and then Wednesday morning when we check out of here, we'll make our way back up to where the garage is, and hopefully Taylor will be fixed and we'll be ready to continue on his journey. Right, it's a couple of hours later. Lee's just had a nana. The sea's come in a little bit actually. That rock formation thing there seems to have shrunk a little bit. We've just been scoffing dry bread because it's all the food that we could pack.
The only thing that
and it's freezing in here.
It's the only thing I grabbed from the van, wanted to say apartment.
A dried baguette.
And yeah, I did have a nice nap. I'm still feeling a bit crappy from this cold, but it's getting better every day. But that nap helped. But then I woke up and it was freezing.
It still is freezing. Is there an air conditioning unit in there?
No.
I've put this air conditioning unit on and set it to 26, even though it's still cold. Oh, it is cold in there. We're gonna have to leave this door open and just let the entire apartment acclimatise tonight.
It's a lovely, comfortable bed though, I have to say. I fell asleep and I was like, ooh,
let me try it.
You won't like the pillows?
Oh, yeah, nice. Oh my God, pillows are like pancakes. So we're gonna have a glass of wine because it's been a bit of a stressful day, and I've just been Googling all sorts of stuff about DPF filters and how they clean them and the different methods and whatnot. But these things happen, and
it's not the end of the world, nobody's died.
Excuse me, the only thing that you've had to worry about today is first of all paying for that tapas.
Yeah, just do that.
And forgetting his tablets, which are in the van.
Yes.
And opening this wine. Don't ruin it, I will not be able to drink it, and that will ruin my day. Wait a minute.
Well, having my medication is obviously very important, but I can do without it for a couple of days.
There's medication in this bottle.
There we go, that's all I had to do, and I would have done. So, I'm not sure, what is the temperature outside? Let me look at my watch.
Pretty cold.
Well, it says it's 15 degrees, but I can't believe that.
No way it's 15 degrees.
Let me have a try outside, because it's really cold in this apartment. It is cold out here. It says 15, but... Oh, it's cold. And we've got to walk all the way down there if we want to get something to eat tonight, which obviously we will want to have something to eat. But, oh, it's lovely and cosy in here. When you come back in.
It needs to look like
Maybe we should just have a Just Eat.
A Just Eat? Where do you think you are?
Almira.
They don't have Just Eat here. We're going to have to go downstairs to the Indian. There's an Indian restaurant downstairs. I'm hoping that it's open. But the Airbnb house when I met her, she says that everything's closed on a Monday.
Yeah.
And it's Monday. So
Well, there's lots of stuff here. We haven't had a look yet. She said she'd put all these out today. Tours and stuff. So we'll have a look through them.
Just video calling the family. Bye, Brenda's there.
Batty B. Hello, Batty B.
What?
You're not vlogging over there, are you?
We bloody well are vlogging you, yeah.
Get that camera turned round.
So we're just cracking into the wine that the Airbnb host left. It's nice wine, actually.
Yeah, just full of cold and it's...
Oh, he's just going on about his bloody cold again.
No,
We're looking for places to have our dinner. I think we're going to go to an Indian, just having a look around. But wait till he's got off the phone first. Shut up, you!
Right, it's time for us to leave the apartment. Nick's had half a bottle of wine. And we are going to go down
only one after the day I've had.
to the front just to see what's open. The Airbnb hostess said nothing will be open, but we'll go and
She said, welcome to Armenia, or whatever it is. Armenia, whatever.
And she said a lot of things will be closed on Mondays. Which is the same around the apartment, actually. A lot of things are closed around the apartment on Mondays. So we'll just go...
It's not just that. Everywhere in frigging France and Spain is never open when we want to.
There is a kebab
Like I
shop
said before,
down
if you
below.
want to eat in Spain and France, eat before 4 o'clock or you'll starve.
There is a kebab shop down below, though.
I'm not having kebab. I'd rather eat that baguette again.
You tired?
It's a stress for today. It's weird how you lift the door. It's
Yeah.
a door to get out.
It's a bit tight, this lift, isn't it? Before, there were 4 of us in here when Airbnb hostess were in. We're on level 3.
I do like the Airbnb though.
It was a very nice Airbnb, actually.
She said she owned 4 in this building,
she did.
and there was only 1 free, and we
Yeah.
kind of got lucky.
Yeah, and she
But
said
it was-
there's nobody in after us, so if our DPF filter takes a day longer, we might
extend.
That's a nice roof.
Random. Freaks me out when the door opens. There's another door. It's like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
you know what I mean? You got to push the door open.
How would you cope being stuck in there?
Couldn't cope. You'd have to tranquilise me. So we have 2 keys, one for the door, one for the front door.
And now it's time to see how many things actually close on a Monday.
It's actually quite warm. It's
Warm,
warmer
yes.
out here than it is in there.
Right then.
Right then.
Everything to the left looks like it's closed.
Yeah, well that's not town. That's town. Follow the lights.
There's quite a lot of people around, to be fair.
We are
Up there somewhere.
somewhere
Up
there.
Up
Third
there
one up.
somewhere. Right, let's find some food.
Wacky backy.
Right, we're walking on. We've passed many
No. We're running.
restaurants so far.
We're running on.
But Nick hasn't said he wanted to go in any.
I want an Indian restaurant.
An Indian restaurant?
And the Airbnb host, what's she called? What's she called? Lynn?
I'm not sure, I don't know what
I
her name
think she
was.
was called Lynn. She said that all the restaurants that are
Not
going to be
very
open
French,
are
yeah.
going to be in town, and we're about half a mile from town.
No, she said it were a 20-minute walk. She said town, it's a city. The city of Almenara.
Yeah.
Almarina.
Yeah, it's got about 100 names so far. Almeria, that's something like I don't know. You freaking said it that many times, you confused me. But she said, yeah, it was about a 20-minute walk. It's actually got a clean air zone, and it's the tiniest village you've ever seen in your life.
It's not a village, it's a city.
It's not a city.
Well, she said it were a city.
She said it was a town actually, and it's not. It looks no bigger than what it did in Costa del Mar.
Ooh, we've just passed this called Mohana. And it's got...
This is not showing on Google.
No, it's got flames, so we like it. And it's next to a gym. I don't know what kind of... Is it food though? We'll have to just see what kind of food it is. We have no idea.
Right, we're in, what's it called?
Mohana.
Mohana. Not as in Mohana, the movie. Mohana as in Mohana. And, oh, you can scan the QR code for the menu. And back in a minute.
Right, the waiter just arrived, and we've just got to scan the QR code for the menu next to translate.
Google Translate
in the Google folder. So this is the place where we are.
Who uses folders on their phone?
Me, I do. Bit random. They've got like monkeys and The Mask, Jim Carrey, The Mask.
What have you been translating?
And
comes to Leon.
I don't know. And clowns and Darth Vader, SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh, look at that massive big. What do you call it? What do you call them things, Nick?
Oh, for goodness sake, I'm translating.
Well, there's a big Nutella jar and a big. Oh, that's
Crepe.
it. Ferrero Rocher
Crepe.
up there. So we just went for a drink. So we've ordered a red wine, and then what?
Wait a minute, you're in French. Why are you in French?
Because we're going to see what we want on this menu, and that's our waiter there. He's just taking some beer out to somebody else.
Un momento. No. Momento.
Hola.
No.
That's how you speak
Yeah, that's
Spanish.
oh.
Hola.
Right, wait a minute.
Right, we've translated the menu, and it's all burgers.
We're in a burger place. We didn't
Which
like
we're not,
this in
we're not
Spanish.
bothered about. We're having some nachos to start with. So which burger do you want?
I want a bao bun, and I've also picked out the smoked Manhattan.
Which
200 grams of dried aged beef, pickles, smoked sauce, and crispy bacon.
That'll do. We'll just share all
And
that.
a bao bun, and we'll get the nachos to share as well.
And as Nick likes to say, ever since we went to South Carolina, family style. We'll have it family style.
I'm not saying that.
But you always say that.
In America,
Whenever
yeah.
we share, you
Not
always say,
not
we'll have it
friggin' Spain.
family style.
Not in friggin' Spain.
Family style.
Holy shite! You don't expect that when you get nachos. There's more toppings than there is
What is this, like chicken or
nachos. I don't know.
Wow.
Well, at least we can. At least if we've got like somewhere to, like
I can't get the nachos.
keep us backsides cool after eating them. Jalapeno. Do you want jalapeno?
I'm not keen on jalapenos, to be fair.
Yeah, but they might not be super pickly. You didn't mess about, did you? So where's the nachos? Because all I can see is topping.
That's really,
So it's got
really good.
beans. This looks like
Salsa-y type thing, like a coriander salsa.
maybe chicken, jalapenos, tomato salsa.
It's
Well,
all
I'm going to stop the camera before Lee eats it all. I'm gonna try
That
this
chicken is really good.
Oh yeah.
This is a really
Very
nice. And this is a Falcon dish, what we used to sell in our
did you?
business.
So is that coriander?
I think it is, yeah. I actually quite like it.
No, it's cucumber.
Oh, is it? Oh, maybe why I like it.
They are the nicest nachos we've ever had.
They are actually.
The chicken is just.
You've thrown things all on the table.
You don't want them. I'll have them. So they're not actually that hot. They're more pickly. They're not spicy. They're definitely not going to burn on the way out.
I wish we'd got one of these each.
Still can. And the house wine is absolutely delicious as well. So this place is called Mohana. It's quite funky. It's half inside, half outside, but the patio heaters don't put any heat.
And it smells of
Swimming baths.
swimming baths because the gym is right next door.
That is a bit spicy actually.
Oh, no.
They're not spicy, but they're just a bit.
I'm not a big.
There may be repercussions tomorrow.
I'm not a big fan of that.
I feel like I'm on the floor looking up at you.
And I'm right high.
You're like on a bleeding shelf.
So, I was just looking at this decor of the cushions that I'm on.
No.
This kind of
No.
palmy green look.
No.
Shush. And you know what it reminded me of? Blanche Devereaux's bedroom from The Golden Girls. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. That horrible saying, which I hate. If you know, you know. But if you ever watch
But you
Golden
said it
Girls,
anyway.
I know.
And I've never seen it. I don't know what you're on about.
If you have seen it.
I don't
If
know
you
what
ever
I've
watch
seen.
Golden Girls, her bedroom has lots of palms and kind of leaf prints. So this reminds me of Blanche Devereaux's bedroom.
Fascinating.
Nice.
Can I ask you a question? What happened to dry January?
Yeah.
No, explain it. People want to know.
No, it's only because I got this cold.
That's absolute bullshit.
No, it's because I got this cold, which I got 2 days before Christmas, and has lasted almost a month, and it's really been...
No, you've had two colds.
Exactly, and it's really been peeing me off, so I've thought to myself, I'd do dry January to be a bit healthier. My body's obviously not responded in the right way.
Hello, crocker.
So I thought, well, bugger dry January, I'll have some wine and see if that helps
Then
instead.
you gullet.
Yeah, and it's quite nice actually. Making me feel better, that's for sure. So there you go.
What have we ordered? I've forgotten.
We've ordered a bao bun and a Manhattan burger, is it?
Oh yeah, that we did.
And we're just having it
Family style.
Mm.
What the is that? It's King Hong's rocket.
What?
It's King Hong Jung. That's what it is. It's a bao bun King Hong Jung. They're the tiniest burgers I've ever seen in my life.
This is the bao bun.
Look at this. He's got the button to push the nuclear missiles, and he's got this big friggin' rocket.
Wow.
Right.
Not what I expected.
Eat his buns now.
Right, Nick, I'll let you try it first from King Yong Hung's crotch.
Well, I would rather have it from the knee area rather than from the middle bit. But
that's from his real crotch. Friggin' hell, that's from his anal hole. Come on.
That's gross. I don't want it now. Right, wait a minute. Let me try his lettuce.
Hurry up. I want mine.
Stop rushing me. This is going to go everywhere if I just like
Come on, come on. So I didn't realise when Nick ordered it, it was actually called the Kim Yong Hung bao bun. Has he got a good bao bun?
Oh, it's tasty. Very tasty.
His crotch is tasty. Very nice those, Kim, to be honest. Very nice. I'd order that again. Has been removed and the burger has arrived.
I taste of donuts.
Chips.
I taste of donuts.
Whilst you've been talking, that cheese has just spurted out of that.
What?
Yeah, it just spurted out.
What? Like exploded?
Yeah. Freaking hell, what is that? I mean, I'm saying cheese.
It's a burger.
Yeah, but what's that sauce?
I presume it's burger sauce. It's hard. It's like a donut burger.
So we're sharing it.
We're just ordering it family style, aren't we?
Family style, yeah.
Right.
I want to look inside it.
Big friggin'
We asked
burger.
for it medium well. It's really, really good. I asked for medium well. It's a little pink for my liking, but I prefer.
Give it me.
I prefer well done.
Give it me.
But because I was sharing with Nick, I went for medium well, but it's actually really nice.
What's the next course? I'm still thinking. Excuse me?
Just, that was really nice actually. Just translate the desserts. And the Hollywood cheesecake has a description of best cheesecake.
You can say it, we can beep it, you know.
Best cheesecake. Beep! So I think I might go for that actually. If it's the best cheesecake in the world.
I'm having the Pink Panther.
Which is?
I have no idea, that's what it translated to. White chocolate and strawberries.
Might have a coffee too. What the actual hell? We've just ordered dessert and mine's come. A massive Ferrero Rocher. What is it? I don't know how. Oh, you take the top off. Oh my goodness.
How the hell are you going to eat that?
Quite easily. And you've got a Pink Panther. What's underneath that?
It was like a boiled egg.
Let's have a look. We're not sharing.
I thought that were all chocolate.
It's not dessert. That's the dish.
So it's literally a Ferrero Rocher.
I thought that were dessert.
You're not sharing mine?
Ooh, I can't even get into it.
Don't.
Oh my god.
Don't spill it all over the friggin' floor.
It's for friggin' €7. This.
€7. You can keep the chuffing dish and get it in your bag.
It's good.
Oh my god.
What's it actually taste of?
White chocolate. Like literally, like a Nestle white chocolate mousse with strawberry.
I've got to say, mine is nice, but I'm really disappointed that it comes
So
in this
nice,
huge
isn't it?
thing, and I was thinking, oh my god, look at all that chocolate. I thought it was going to be the best dessert ever. It's nice.
I think I want more than you have.
That was actually a nice, really nice meal overall, to be fair.
I love the giraffe.
Yeah, Mohana, if you're ever in the area.
And the pool.
And it's weird that there's like a pool there, there's tennis up there. It's like,
Very
and there's a
sporty.
little Mohana buggy there. It's a really unique kind of place, and obviously you saw the desserts were unique, the bao bun was very unique, but it's actually really nice food that. No. It's quite mild
I
out
could just
here actually
spat
now.
myself.
So we're going to head back, hopefully go to, there was a supermarket open as we're coming past because the Airbnb hostess left a little coffee filter and some coffee, but we have to have milk with that coffee. So we'll hopefully get some milk.
Right, we're just walking back. We both look a little bit red and orange, but it's one of those.
place because I think it's like a student.
I think there's a college back there. There were loads of people stood outside, and when we looked through the window, it was like a classroom or something going on. So today has been unexpected, but
unexpectedly pleasurable.
unexpected, but also expected, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we knew when we came on the van trip that we're going to have problems with the vehicle. You're always going to get problems with the vehicle, whether it's at home or not. And like I said earlier, we've had telltale signs that the DPF filter has been ever since we were in Luxembourg, but
Had we not had those problems, we wouldn't have had a Ferrero Rocher and a Pink Panther for dessert.
Wouldn't have been ripped
I
off,
would
yeah.
have to say that Ferrero dessert was clickbait presentation.
it was. I was looking forward to sharing it until I clicked on it and it was plastic. I'm like, what the frig?
We're like, oh my god, look at all that chocolate.
I know, what a rip-off. Anyway, it was nice anyway. You've thrown me off topic, what was I going to say?
I really enjoyed that place.
I was going to say something. So yeah, when we were driving on the road this morning, coming from the last campsite, we've done this for the last 3 or 4 days, and I've said to Lee, you just don't know where you're going to end up tonight. And I never thought, I'm going to say it every day, just to piss you off. We never thought we'd ever end up being here in an Airbnb tonight. So you just don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
And it's one of the best nights of the trip so far.
It has been actually.
Not that I've been,
and do you know what I'm looking forward to most?
Not because I've been out of the van, just because it's been unexpected.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm looking forward to most? You sleeping on the sofa and me getting a bed to myself.
Right, just called the supermarket to get some milk, but might as well get some croissants while we're here.
Last 2.
For breakfast. And some milk for the coffee. Sorted? Sorted? We just walked up the steps in the apartment block because there was a queue for the lifts. After that 3-course meal. Oh my god, it's like a sauna in here. Turn that heating down.
It smells of Jay's fluid. You smell like clean Jay's fluid.
Yeah. Join us on the next vlog where we explore the ancient city of Almeria, including some famous filming locations while we wait for news on Taylor the van.